Hello and welcome to the Wandering Wind, where we talk about topics that may frustrate and or really tick us off. And today we're talking about a topic that really ticks me off, especially. I am your host Gregory, and today I watched a video that is the pinnacle, the ultimate example of the ignorance of the American people today. And I'm just going to let you go ahead and watch the video. It's only a 2-minute video, but I'm going to actually edit it to the point where, actually, I'm going to let you see the whole thing. But please, whatever you do, don't flame me. This is not my video. This is someone else's idea of what their opinion should be. And this is from a news clip, so take that as you will.
Any sign of rebellion is going to get shouted down or shouted down either kindly or roughly, but that's what's going to happen.
This whole white people business, though, does get a little tired, Charlie. I mean, I'd ask you to go back through history and figure out where are these contributions that have been made by these other categories of people that you're talking about. Where did any other subgroup of people contribute more to civilization?
Than white people?
Than Western civilization itself, that's rooted in Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and the United States of America, and every place where the footprint of Christianity settled the world. That's all of Western civilization.
Well, what about Asia? I want to sit here and make you in favor of We're not going to argue the history of Western civilization. Let me note for the
argue the history of this country.
Let me note for the record that if you're looking at the ledger of Western civilization, for every flourishing democracy, you have you got Hitler and Stalin as well. So there's a lot on both sides.
Now, as you just saw, the person on the video, Steve King, asked a very, very ignorant question. A very ignorant question, in my opinion. And that is, what have minorities contributed to America? Or to civilization, I guess, as a whole? Well, sir, we're going to go through that all together, you know? Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, for the Asian minority, we have people like Tokyo Rose, Lance Ito, Yoko Ono, the wife of former Beatle and renowned artist John Lennon. We have Bruno Mars, another very well-known musician. We have Sean Lennon, which is, I think, John Lennon's son. We have Pat Morita, who is, at least from what I can tell, he looks like he was the guy from the Karate Kid. I can't remember his name. We have a whole page and more of people from the Asian minority who contributed something or other to American history. Let's go to Latin Americans. We have artists of the yin yang. We have list of Latin Americans. God. We have people like Jade Esteban, who was an actor. We have good God, we have people like Enrique Iglesias and Julio Iglesias. We have the fluffy guy, I can't remember his name. We have comedians. We have actors. We have, and then there are the blacks. Don't even get into the African American people who have created or contributed something to America. I mean, good gosh. Does anyone remember Rosa Parks? Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream, Will Smith, an actor. How is it possible for an individual or a group of individuals or a whole party of individuals to be so racially biased, racially divided, and blind to the contributions of minority groups here in America? I have several different backgrounds in my blood. Even though I look like I'm white, I'm not. I have black, I have Indian, in fact, I have Cherokee, I believe. I have Scottish, I have Welsh, I have Dutch, I have Irish, I have German. In fact, my name, Cloninger, my family's surname, actually used to be spelled with a K, not a C. The family eventually changed that, probably because of dear old Adolf. But we have no perspective anymore on just where our countries come from. Do you know how many people in America probably have some sort of non-white heritage in their blood? Probably a lot, because you know what? To be honest, this is probably going to rub someone the wrong way, but back in the colonial days, we had slave masters and slaves, yes. In fact, some of our founding fathers owned slaves. And you know what some of those slave owners did? They slept with the female slaves. So, the female slaves' children were part white and part black. And eventually, depending on whether or not the descendants were married or had children with lighter skinned people or darker skinned people, we have tons of people with pale complexions, but mixed backgrounds. That's just the way America is. We are a melting pot. We are a diverse group. And diversity is great. How do you think we have all these different people in all these different places, doing all these different things, having different ideas, having different beliefs? This is just like, and I hate to say it because people are going to hate me for this too, but I hate to say it, but this is like the religious bias against the Muslims. Oh, well, since some Muslims are extremists, all Muslims are extremists. Not true. There are some Muslims who are peaceful. I don't personally know any Muslims myself, but I know that there are people out there that are friends or acquaintances with Muslims that do not harm people. In the same way, there have been several different minority group people out there who have contributed something or other to American history, world civilization, ancient civilization. We wouldn't have fireworks if it weren't for the Chinese. We wouldn't have all these high-tech computers if it weren't for the Japanese, because they were some of the first to actually start really furthering the focus on that, where now Japan looks like a futuristic country pretty much. And a lot of cities here in America starting to look like that too. We have art, and literature, and whatever. All these advances came from several different civilizations, several different minority groups here in America. Outside of our country, they're not considered minorities, they're just considered people. Here in America, though, oh, well, if you're not white, you're part of a minority group. And people, you need to stop drawing a line between us and them, or this group and that group, or these people and that people. Just don't do it. It's not helping. All you're doing is causing the house to be divided. What did Abraham Lincoln say? A house divided cannot stand. And that isn't even originally Abraham Lincoln's quote. You know where that came from? The Bible. It came from Jesus' mouth himself. He said, this was when the Pharisees were accusing him of driving demons out with demons. He said, how can Satan drive out Satan? A house divided against itself will not stand. In the same way, we as a people, we as a nation, we as a global community cannot stand if we fight each other. I'm not going for the one world government. No. That's a completely different issue. I may get into that. I probably won't. I'll probably leave that for the conspiracy theorists and experts that know that stuff. But please, whatever you do, don't make it a racial issue. Don't make it to where if you're not part of us, you're part of them. If you're not our skin color, then you're not part of us. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please. We need more unity here in this country, not more division. We need a united party, a united system. We need a United States once again. I'm sorry, but that just really ticked me off. I saw that video and it was like I just saw red because all I could think of was, what about my family? What about your family? What if we decided that all the minority groups, no matter how small the percentage of their blood that has that minority group in it, have to go? Then everyone would go. You know why? Because the only ones that would legally, according to the principle of, oh, well, they came here first, or they were here first, they deserve to stay here, would be the Indians. All the rest of us would go away. The Native Americans would get their land back. Everyone else would have to leave and go back to wherever their family originated from. I know we won't do that. Hopefully we won't do that. Hopefully we never see that happen. But boy, did that. Anyway, this has been a trying video. A very, very trying video. I hope that you guys don't take this the wrong way. I'm just getting my voice out there, getting my opinion to be known. That way people have some perspective on this whole issue instead of just saying, oh, well, yeah, he's right, or they're right. Form your own opinion. Form your own ideal. Form your own path. You don't have to follow everyone else's path just because it's the widest or just because it's the one that everyone else travels. Go a different way. Turn around. Go the opposite direction. Do something to change your life and the lives of others and the world today. If nothing else, I just want to leave you with that. I thank you for watching. This has been The Wandering Wind. I'm apologizing right now if there are any hurt feelings, if there are any butthurt people. I apologize, but it had to be said. It needed to be brought to the forefront. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. I will see you guys in the next video whenever I make one. And thank you for making this, hopefully, a better United States and a better community as a whole. This has been The Wandering Wind. I'm your host, Gregory, and I will catch you on the breeze for yet another video and another story to tell you.